Hello friends, my name is the real Emile and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic, this time taking a look at the 1986 Toyota MR-2 1600G Limited Supercharger. Should it be supercharged? Probably, but the game says Supercharger, so I'm saying Supercharger. Yes, this car was requested by Thunder. Whether it's supercharged or not anymore, I don't know, because I have to do turbo upgrades on this car, because this is before Gran Turismo had supercharger upgrades. Also, just a slight thing to comment on, the wheels are... they're sort of, yeah, they're very far into the body. Very weird looking car. Anyways, yes, the MR2, of course, the only AW11 in the game, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame because the AW11 is an awesome car, but at least it is the supercharged model. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, 279 horsepower, 945 kilograms, decent amount of torque. No idea how this car is going to perform, to be perfectly honest with you. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive cars have done around this track, so it'd be interesting to see how this does. Anyways, it is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land chance at the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is a Suzuki called Spike Speed Edition on set time of 28.209, which the AW11 is very unlikely to beat. A good target for this car, probably the Toyota Treno, the AE86 that we had go around. That set a time of a 33.2, I think it was. So, yeah, that could probably be a good place for the MR2 to aim. Woohoo! Alright. First impressions, I am liking this. It handles completely flat. I don't know if it's just because it feels really nice compared to that goddamn Tommy Cairo that we had out last time, the really awful... well, it wasn't awful, but it had the bouncy issue, which combined with relative uncontrollabilities of R33s did result in a pretty mediocre lap time, considering the promise that car could have had. This one, you can tell there's no weight over the front end. You really can. It's just sort of almost reminds me of the roof. I think, was it the BTR or the CTR we had around? One of them. The roof that we've had around, you know, that had sort of front understeer. Oh, that had understeer issues because you could tell there was no weight over the front. This has a very similar issue to that, by the looks of it. A first lap time of 33.558, so... what did I say the target was? At 33.2, I think the Treno got. It might even be a 33.4 or something like that. I honestly do not remember. Sports car Toyotas have not done particularly well around this track yet. You know, the various Supras we've had have done and... I mean, the Celica's have done relatively well, and by Celica I mean Celica because there was only one, and I think that got round most of the average front wheel drive. Oh, sorry. It got round sort of most of the front wheel drive. Ooh, 32.924. That is a good time. That beats the car I said it should aim for. After that, I don't know. NBMX5, I think that's like a 32.7. Probably a good place to set its anchors towards. Ooh, there we go. Gonna try not to. I said I was gonna try not to break it, but evidently that's not something that I can accomplish. Right, going to the final few laps. Yeah, bit too much understeer for my liking personally. But I mean, it feels like the sort I could dial out with downforce. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty solid car to drive. You have to be careful of the bumps. While they did try to make this into a Group B rally car at some point, yes, really, it does still have some issues with the bump. Again, that's just down to how flat it corners though. The suspension feels rock solid on this car, which, you know, every single car that goes around here has race suspension, but this you can really tell is proper race suspension. Right, final lap. Let's see how if we can set any quicker time than that 32.924. Because I think if it gets that time, it puts it like a thousandth of a second slower than a Yaris. Can't have that. Can't have the mighty AW11 be slower than an eco car Toyota didn't care about. Or, well, they did care about, but only, I don't know what I'm saying. Come on! Power! There's not much of it, but admittedly, try and use all of it. That wasn't too bad of a corner cut, I don't think. A 32.088, oh my god. Well then, that last lap was hugely quicker. I'm not 100% sure as to why it was that much quicker, but it was okay. 32.088, certainly I'm not going to complain about that. That was the best lap time. You really can't take much more time off this car, I don't think. Yeah, that's literally it. But apparently I managed to reach its peak, and that's just a testament to really how pretty decent the AW11 was. Anyways, let's go see where it places on our leaderboard. On to the leaderboard then, and the Toyota MR-2 1600G Limited Supercharger, that name almost doesn't fit on the screen, goes into 47th place with a 32.088, a very impressive time, beats out the TVR Cerberus 4.2 Celine SR widebody, losing out slightly to the Citroen Saxo, the Venturi Atlantique, and the last episode's Tommy Kyra. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hot Lap Classic. If you have cars you'd like to request for this series, you can do so in the comment section, and go into the description for a full request list form. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a farewell.